This is Paranormal Short Session 16 by Keith Evans. The voice that you heard at the end of the Paranormal Short Session 15, if you could hear it, was a real person, and they were telling me about some of the history. Apparently this tree was planted by John Chapman. He was a botanist, I think that's short for biology and plants and tree science. And he planted this tree probably around the 1840s, maybe 1850s. So they have this little line around here to try to keep anyone from mowing down the seedlings. Apparently the tree cannot be saved. That's been determined already. And they're gonna, but they do cut it down. They want one of the seedlings to continue on in this same location. I was looking at Rob T. Kickmeyer, born January 3rd, 1838, died February 28th, 1901. Father Kickmeyer. Now, that for anyone to have a tombstone like that, that's 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5 sections of a tombstone. The broader base, the next base it says Kickmeyer, the next base it says Father. Then the base that has the when born, when died, and name, and then the top cap, which looks almost like dormer windows around at least the 3 sides that I can see. You'd have to be rolling in money to be able to afford something like that. I hate to say it, I'll never be able to afford that. I'd have to have 3 or 4 TV shows for the next 20 years to come close to being able to afford something like that. So this looks like some type of urn. But anyway, I saw that in the corner. Then there's that little one in that next to the corner of the base. And that little tombstone there. I'm going to work my way on back down. And let's see what else is on the Ovilus Vb, if I got any more words. Troop, letter L. Troop is spelled T-R-O-O-P, letter L. Then sun is spelled S-U-N. I'm not sure what that stands for. But I learned all about from a lady that cleaned this tombstone here with D2, which cleans off all the biological agents like tree sap, pollen, bird droppings, and it doesn't etch into the cement at all or into the stone at all. And this little area here that comes out from the main tombstone over to the footstone is called a cradle. I found that out today. So, and these tombstones here, they would have been very expensive for the time. This person died in 1910. You'd have to have lots of money to be able to afford a tombstone like that. Lots of money. And I'm hoping that they'll get to the point where they can repair the cracked tombstones like this. I was also told that it originally was seated in there. I don't know if it got broken off or pulling up or what. If it got broken off, I don't know how they would get out that piece, try to put it back on and stabilize it. You know, the writing doesn't give you much room because the writing is close there at the bottom. If you take out the old piece and slip it back in there, you're pretty much covering up some of the writing at the bottom. And then there's an urn here at the footstone for flowers. So I am I'm heading back to the car, but I definitely got a lot of information. I wanted to know what this was. It's a cradle. Apparently this one has been cleaned too, Carrie A. Pullman, because it's so white. The ones that have the gray on them, like that, that's from all the pollen and the tree sap. So even though some of the front of this one may have been cleaned, this is another one that's cracked. You can see the crack there. I don't know if I saw that before, but well, this one is definitely broken off from the tombstone. And this is C.H. Pullman. You can see this crack back here. There, it's cracked. Hopefully that can be saved and preserved. You know, this one looks like a pretty good fix, I must say. It's straight. It looks pretty straight to me, where this one looks a little bit crooked with the it's like it's leaning back a little bit. So anyway, I think it's good that there are people that are trying to preserve and clean the old tombstones here at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. I've learned a lot today, and I will say one thing. This is probably the most unique capping. I guess you might call it a cradle then, because it goes from foot to head, head to foot. Now this cradle encompasses, I guess, the father and mother. So, well, it's getting hot out here. This has been Paranormal Short Session 16 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. And today is Tuesday, the 26th of July, 2022. And I appreciate everyone for watching. And now that I'm thinking, this one has probably also been cleaned by that D2, because it looks so white as compared to this one, which is a tombstone that's broken off. And I think this one also has been cleaned by the D2 because it's so white as compared to this one that's laying down. And you know, they're all from about the same time period, so they would have the same wear and tear. So I appreciate all the support everyone gives me. If you have questions, please ask a question, and it'll be something else I'll find out when I find someone who is knowledgeable about the history of the cemetery, and also knowledgeable about repairing and preserving tombstones. I'll give you that information. Oh, I was also told if you get this D2, which removes the organic layers that have built up on the tombstones, like has been removed from here, it removes like pollen and also tree sap and bird droppings. You have to use a soft brush. So remember, use a soft brush. You cannot use anything harsh like a wire brush. Use a soft brush. That way you're not going to destroy any of the outer layers of the tombstone itself, or the granite or marble. All you're going to be doing is removing the what has been applied on top. You know, like pollen, anything from trees, tree sap, bird droppings, anything that was applied by either bird or living vegetation. So just remember that. Use a soft brush when you use this D2 to clean off the organic matter on your footstone, your cradle, which is this part here, and your tombstone. All right, again, if you have any questions, please ask. You might ask something that I've just been looking over, that I'm so busy trying to find my next spot to do paranormal research. There's some things I should be probably looking into. I don't have time. I have to sleep, live, eat, and you know, try to fit all it into a budget of a retiree. So if you have a question, please ask. if you have that question, there's probably 100 other people that are asking the same question. And I think it makes it more interesting if you have interactive observers, and you're actually helping them to learn while I also learn. Believe it or not, I've been doing paranormal research off and on since I was 4 years old, which my parents were not happy about. They thought it was a childish thing that I would grow out of. That didn't happen. But anyway, it's one of those things where if you ask questions, you're going to learn more. And even though I've been doing this off and on since I was 4 years old, I still want to learn more. All right, thank you for watching Paranormal Short Session 16 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery here in Apalachicola, Florida. I wish everyone to have a good day. Thank you for watching.